Hi guys, my name is Miki, and I have prepared for you a 30-minute yoga flow class that's going to be perfect to start your morning with. Don't forget to subscribe to Aloe's channel so that you don't miss out on any of the other content that we're making for you. For this class, you're going to want to have 2 blocks. We're going to start off using them. So the first block, you can either place on the lowest height or on the second height. If you're feeling a little bit tighter, I recommend starting off low. You can always change them if you want to add more. Second block is going to either match the height of this first one or be up on the tallest level. This is going to act as your little block pillow. Decide what feels best for you. You're going to start off laying on your back and grabbing that first block with your hands if you can. Scoot down enough so that when you lean back, your shoulder blades are fully supported by the block. And the second block will come right underneath that ridge of your skull, so it's supporting your head. I'm actually going to take it up one notch. Arms are going to go out by your sides, palms face up. To start off, take your feet out wide and let your knees knock in. You can stay here with the arms if you'd like, or take them overhead, grabbing the forearms or the elbows. So if you're doing this practice with me in the morning, depending on the position you are sleeping in, I sleep on my side in a tiny little ball, you are going to probably want to find some expansion and start to stretch out the whole body. So by taking your feet out wide and letting your knees knock in, you're creating more space in your lower back, which tends to get pretty tight anyways. Go ahead and switch the clasp of your elbows if you're grabbing them overhead. This block underneath your upper thoracic spine, or the upper back, is helping to open up the chest, which we all know we have a tendency to round forward. Whether it's driving, whether it's texting, or on the computer, we slump forward a lot. So use this as an opportunity to open up the places in the body that have a tendency to get really tight. Close your eyes and start to focus on your breath. Take a full inhale through the nose, filling the belly, filling the ribs, filling the chest. Hold it in, and exhale through the mouth. Switch the clasp of your elbows once more, trying to let the arms get heavy. They might eventually come down to the ground as the shoulders get more open. Take one last breath here, slowly filling the belly, drawing your breath all the way up into the chest, and then taking another sip of air so you're completely filled up. Hold it, part your lips, and exhale. Sigh it out. Slowly release your hands. And if this is feeling just so good and you don't want to get out of it, you can just press pause and stay here as long as you'd like. But if you're flowing with me and you only have 30 minutes, you're going to use your core to lift yourself up off of the blocks. Go ahead and just move them out to the side towards the front of your mat. We'll come back to them later. We're going to start in a cross-legged position now. And if your hips are tight, then grab one of the blocks and sit on it so that you're elevating your hips and you're not slouching forward again. We're trying to get you to lift up, to open, to expand. So find your seat. If you want, you can make a few little hip circles until you feel really grounded. Take your hands to your knees. Palms can be face down if you feel like you want to ground yourself a little bit. Palms are face up to draw in from the energy that's around you. Close your eyes. Feel the ground beneath you. Feel your sit bones connecting to the earth or to the block. Feel your spine growing up and out of the hips. Every inhale will lift you up a little bit taller, reaching through the crown of your head. Your exhales will relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Take another slow breath in and out. If you'd like, you can set an intention for your practice. This is just a very simple word that you can choose to give a little meaning to your movements. If it doesn't resonate with you, you don't have to do it at all. But it's nice to pick one thing to focus on. Maybe you want to find that moment of energy or strength or connection to your breath. Whatever it is that makes you smile, that makes you excited about being on your mat, find it, make it really clear, focus on it, and that is your intention. Slowly bring your hands to your heart, blink your eyes open. As you inhale, circle your arms all the way overhead, watch your palms come together, and then exhale, hands to heart. Feel free to keep your eyes closed. As you inhale, whatever your intention was, you're going to gather it up between your hands like you're holding a big balloon, and then exhale, pull it right into your heart. Deep breath in, circle your arms overhead, let the head drop back, and exhale, hands to heart. Now slowly blink your eyes open. Take your right arm out to the right, so it's just in line with the hip. As you inhale, circle the left arm overhead. Notice that both shoulders draw down and away from the ears. This right elbow is going to hug in towards your side, and you'll twist the chest open and then start to find that side stretch. If the ground feels very far away from you, put a block underneath your forearm. Eventually, you'll be able to bring the elbow to the ground. Press into your right hand to get your left hip to stay on the floor. And then again, twist the chest open. Stretch to the side, and then inhale up to center and switch sides. So the hand is in line with the hip, your top arm spins down, and you start to side bend. Press into your hand that's on the ground to ground the opposite hip. Turn the chest open and stretch across, opening up the right side body. Take a full breath in and out. Inhale, come back up to center. You'll interlace your hands behind your back. This is what it looks like just behind your back. As you inhale, stretch the knuckles towards the ground, lifting the chest, maybe lifting the gaze. If your knuckles come down to the ground, you can push into the floor to lift the chest up even higher. Try it out. Take one last breath in here, and then as you exhale, swing your fists over towards your left hip. Try to squeeze your elbows together here. If you want, you can lower your head over towards your left shoulder, so you're just getting a deep stretch all across the right side. And out. Stretch your hands back behind you. Switch the clasp of your fingers over by one, so the opposite thumb is on top, and then swing your fists over to the right hip. Squeeze the elbows together again. Feel free to just stay here. If you want to add the neck stretch, the head will release over to the right. Take a full breath in and out. As you inhale, lift the head, reach your hands back behind you once more, and then exhale. Release your hands forward to your knees. Same exhale, try to lean back, hollow out the belly, drop your chin to your chest. As you inhale, lift up, lean back, seated cat-cows. So what's happening is your hands fit perfectly over the knees. You lean back, your arms are straight, you're way back on your tailbone, chin to chest. Two more. Inhale, lift up, lean back, pull against the knees to lift the chest. Exhale to hollow and round. Last one. Breathe in and breathe out. And then come back up to a seat. Grab one of your blocks now, and you're going to sit up on it. I prefer to sit in virasana with my knees together, but if you want to sit cross-legged, that's fine too. You can also use both blocks if this feels tight in your hips. We're going to do a little bit of a breath work to help to aerate you, to get the blood flowing, to get some oxygen moving through you. You're going to take your hands to your shoulders, lifting your elbows in line with the shoulders. You're going to inhale left and exhale right. And it's going to be fast. So you in, out, inhale, exhale through the nose if you can. Looks and sounds like this. Last 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, circle your arms overhead. Hold the breath, hook the thumbs. Try to pull your hands apart and pause. The breath is still being held. Take in 3 more sips of air. Hold it in And then exhale, release the hands down. You can bring your palms down or palms face up, but close the eyes for a second. Just notice how the breath affects your energy, your mood. And we're going to do one more round here. It's going to be a little bit different. So your arms are going to go out to your side. You're going to bring your left hand in towards your chest and then your right. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So you can start off, and you can start now, by thinking about whatever it is you're holding onto, that you're holding onto in your heart, that is just heavy. You don't need it. And every time you bring your hand in, you inhale, you exhale, you throw it out. So it's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Go a little bit faster. And now that you've cleared some space, you think about what you want to pull into your life, into your experience. So if it's love, if it's happiness, if it's success, if it's travel or adventure, you're pulling it in. Keep going. I know, the arms are firing up. I feel it. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, circle the arms overhead. Hook the opposite thumb on top. Try to pull the hands apart. Hold the breath. 3 more sips of air. Hold it in. And exhale, release all the way down. Good. Come off of your block and onto hands and knees. As you inhale, you're going to lift the right arm up. Exhale, set the hand down with your fingers pointing back towards your knees. Inhale, the left arm lifts. Exhale, set the hand down with your fingers pointing back towards your knees. Keep going. Inhale, right. Exhale, release the hand facing forward. Inhale, left. Exhale, the hands facing forward. Inhale, right. Exhale, flip. Inhale, left. Exhale, flip. Keep it going. Breathe in and out. In and out. One more each side. Last inhale and exhale. End up with all 10 fingers pointing back towards your knees. Start to circle your shoulders around your wrists here. As you open up the wrists, you're opening up the collarbones. You're creating more space for your lungs. Switch direction with your circles so you can take deeper breaths. And then come back to center. So we're going to do cat-cows just a little differently than you might have ever done it before. So try it out. Just get a little bit silly. Don't worry about it. Instead of inhaling to look up, you're going to inhale and suck everything up towards the ceiling. Exhale, throw your head back. Inhale, exhale, and it's that same Kapalabhati breath. Ready? Let's go. In, out. Won't be here for too long, so keep it going. Last 3, 2, and 1, and then come back to center. Just stir everything up. The hips go around in big circles, the shoulders make figure 8s. Just move in any direction that feels good. No right, no wrong. You can make big barrel rolls with your belly, or if you want, you can look back over your hips. Maybe you stretch the neck out, or even stick your tongue out. Come back to center, tuck your toes, and press back to downward facing dog. Look forward at your hands. Just make sure the fingers are spread wide and you're rooting the inner hand down. Wrap your triceps in towards your heart and reach your chest back towards your thighs. You can always bend your knees. This actually helps fold you at your hips so you can lift your tailbone up higher and find even more length in your spine. Bend your right knee more deeply and try to sink your left heel in towards the ground. And then switch, left knee bends, right heel pushes down, and take your dog for a little walk, going side to side. The breath is smooth now, and then drop both heels down. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Put enough of a bend in your knees so your torso and your thighs connect. Grab your elbows, drop your head. Shake your head yes, and shake your head no. If you want, you can sway side to side, taking slow breaths in and out through the nose. Come back to center. Release your hands to your low back. Interlace your fingers. As you inhale, stretch your chest forward. And then exhale, fold over your legs.
Try to lift your fists up towards the ceiling so you're still finding space in the front of the body even as you're folding forward. Take another breath in and exhale. Release your hands down to the ground. Halfway lift, breathe in and exhale to fold. Walk your hands forward to downward facing dog. As you inhale, stretch your right leg straight back behind you. Look forward, step your foot between your hands. Drop your back knee down. Walk your right foot out to the right and untuck your back toes. As you inhale, reach the arms overhead. A couple arm variations that you can do. You can have your hands at your heart. You can just reach the arms straight up. My favorite is grabbing the elbows. If you want more of a shoulder stretch, interlace your hands behind your back. So find whatever works for you. But push down to lift up. Take one deep breath in. And then as you exhale, hands to the ground. So here, you can grab your blocks if you want and put them under your hands as you straighten your front leg, coming into half splits. You may or may not want to use them, but just know that they are there for you. As you inhale, reach your chest forward and then exhale to fold. Take one more breath in and out. Rebend your front knee one more time, stretch the arms overhead, and then exhale, plant your hands down and step back to plank pose. So here in plank, a moment of strength, press away from the ground and then drop your knees. You're gonna keep your hips lifting, dive your chest and your chin down. So your butt is just way up in the air. Take one more breath here and then take your hands out to the sides as you slide forward onto your belly. Untuck your toes, press down through the tops of the feet. You're on your fingertips. Inhale to lift your chest up. Exhale, drop your right shoulder, look to the left. Inhale through center, and exhale, switch sides. Ride the breath. Inhale, exhale. One more in and out. Come back to center and slowly lower down. Hands come right underneath the shoulders. Squeeze your elbows together. Push into the tops of your feet and just lift your chest up a little bit. This is not your cobra. You want to soften the shoulders, lengthen the neck. Hands are light, but if you're going to use them, pull them back so you find even more length. Take another inhale and then slowly lower down. Inhale to lift your chest for cobra. And exhale, lower down. Take your hands back a few inches so they line up with the lowest ribs. Press into the tops of the feet and inhale to lift the chest. Lift your thighs off the ground and maybe look up. Exhale will pull you back to downward facing dog. As you breathe in, extend your left leg straight back behind you. Look at where you want your foot to land and step your foot forward closer to the left hand. Even walk it out further to the left. Drop your back knee down, untuck the toes, and send your arms overhead. If you're still a little off balance, just widen your stance. Grab your elbows and then grab your opposite elbows, or whichever arm variation you took on the first side. Push down, reach your pubic bone forward, lift your chest up, and breathe. To challenge your balance, you might gaze up or even try to close your eyes. Take one more breath in and out. Release your hands to the ground and tuck your back toes as you straighten your front leg. If your hamstring is just saying all kinds of things to you, grab those blocks so you're not collapsing forward, you're lifting up. Breathe in to lengthen your spine and exhale as you fold. 2 more breaths here. Inhale to extend, exhale to fold. One last one, inhale and exhale. Rebend your front knee. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead, and exhale, hands to the ground. Step back to plank pose and pause. Bring your feet all the way together. Slowly start to dip your hips to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Keep going, 10 seconds on the clock. Breathe. Try not to lock your jaw. Just 3, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank pose. You always have the option to drop your knees. If not, keep them lifted. Chaturanga as you exhale. Inhale for your back bend, and exhale back to downward facing dog. Come onto your tippy toes. Bend your knees a lot. Look way forward and step or lightly jump up to the front of your mat. Halfway lift as you inhale and exhale to fold. Take your feet out about as wide as your hips. That's 2 fists between your feet. Bend your knees and shake your head so your neck is totally relaxed. You're gonna roll up to standing, 1 vertebrae at a time until you're all the way up. Shake your wrists out, side to side. Shake your wrists up and down. Turn the palms up. Shake your hands out a little bit more. Circle the arms overhead. Take a full breath in. And then exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, stretch up. As you exhale, drop your right hand to the side and find that side stretch now. Breathe in, come back to center, and switch. Left hand down, right arm reaches across. Inhale, center. This time, bend your elbows out to the sides. Your elbows right in line with the shoulder. You try to pull the hands back as you lift the chest. Release your hands behind your back. Bend your knees, lift the chest, and exhale, fold over your legs. Take another breath in and out. Release your hands down, come up halfway, and exhale to fold. Bring your feet all the way together now and bend your knees. Reach your arms overhead for chair pose. You want to look down and make sure you can see your toes. Slide your hips back and down. For a second, hands to heart, come onto your tippy toes. Start to lower your hips down. Embrace the shaking, embrace the wobbling. You're strengthening the legs, the ankles. Take another breath here, and then slowly lower into your toe balance, keeping your chest lifting. As carefully as you can, you'll bring your knees down to the ground, setting up for camel pose. Feel free to grab a block and place it between the inner thighs so you're engaging the legs, pulling everything in. Start with your toes tucked and take your hands to your low back. As you inhale, lift the shoulders away from your chest and squeeze the elbows together. Instead of hinging at your low back, you want to pull the tailbone down, lift your chest up higher, and then maybe you just start to look up. Taking a big back bend here can be really energizing and pump you up. So if this is enough for you, stay here. If you want a little bit more, keeping your chest lifting, you can reach one hand back and then the other. Taking camel pose. Maybe you can release the head back. Breathe in and out. And on your next inhale, lift up and drop your hips down. If you like the block, use it again. If not, just set it to the side. We're gonna do our second round now. So maybe you're feeling a little bit more open, you can take it a little deeper. As you inhale, come back up onto your shins. Hands go in your low back like you're putting them in your back pockets. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Inhale to lift the chest. Maybe you stay here, maybe you grab the heels. Find that lift in your chest as you lower the head down. Take 3 breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Last 2, last 1, and exhale. Use your core to lift you back up as you sit down. Hands to your knees, exhale to round, inhale to lift. Last 2, and last 1. Come forward to hands and knees. Just cross your ankles and sit back over your legs, lowering all the way down onto your back. Have a block handy because we're going to use it in just a second. Grab the backs of your heels if you can. Press into your feet to lift your hips up. You can interlace your hands behind your back, coming into bridge pose. If this feels good, you can stay right here. If you want to chill out a little bit, or at the end of our practice, you can grab a block and place it underneath your low back. This is really nice. Try it out if you never have. If you want a little bit more, take your arms overhead, planting your hands down next to your shoulders, fingers pointing back towards the shoulders. Pop up onto the top of your head, squeeze your elbows together, and maybe start to straighten the arms and the legs. Oops. Take a full breath in, and as you exhale, chin to chest, start to lower down onto your back, making sure that you tuck your chin on the way. Take your feet out wide, let your knees knock in, and reach your arms overhead once more. Keeping your feet exactly where they are, start to rock your knees from side to side. Move those blocks out of the way if you're hitting them, like 2 windshield wipers. And then let both knees drop over to the right and pause. You can take your right ankle over the left thigh if you want. Take a full breath in and out. And release the right foot, keeping it out as wide as your mat. Both knees go over to the left. Left foot on top of the right thigh. Breathe in and breathe out. Release the foot, come back to center. Bring your knees into your chest. If there's any other poses you want to finish off your practice with, maybe a happy baby or a twist, you can. Otherwise, squeeze your knees into your chest as much as you can. Lift your forehead to your knees. And then slowly exhale. Release all the way out onto your back. Take your feet out as wide as your mat. Reach your heels forward and let the feet just fall away from each other. You can place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, or you can take your arms out by your sides with the palms facing up. If the arms are out by your sides, press into the forearms to lift the chest and draw the shoulder blades together. If you want, you can roll your head from side to side so the neck is relaxed and you find that perfect place of stillness. For a moment, take a deep breath in and engage your whole body. Squeeze your toes, squeeze your fists, activate the arms, the core, the legs, and exhale, relax, dropping everything. Relax your jaw. Soften the cheeks, soften the eyes, and that space right between the eyebrows. For a moment, just letting everything go. No plans, no to-do list. Allowing yourself to be still. Feel free to stay in Shavasana for as long as you have time for. When you're ready, start to deepen your breath. Taking a full inhale through the nose. Fill your belly, fill your chest, and then part your lips and let it go. Start to bring some movement back into your body. Maybe it's as subtle as drawing the thumbs across the fingertips. Maybe you start to stretch the fingers and the toes. Or maybe you stretch your arms all the way overhead, interlace your fingers, flip your palms, stretch your legs way out in front of you, and as you exhale, just relax. Slowly draw your knees into your chest. You can roll to one side or rock straight up to a seat. Once you're upright, bring your palms together in front of your heart. Take a second to come back to that intention that you set for yourself. How can you start to weave that intention into the rest of your day? Acknowledge yourself for taking the time to step onto your yoga mat, bow your head down in gratitude. Take one last breath in and out. Namaste. Thank you so much for taking the time to practice with me today.